Hi, welcome to Dad Bod with JC. I'm JC. Um, I'm doing this workout every night just to get in better shape, improve my fitness, and improve my overall health. So I'll get started here. I usually get started with some calf stretches. Um, my calves are always tight, so this is what I'll get started with. As you know, as I'm really getting started with these daily exercises, I noticed some repetition in the things I was doing. So I'm throwing in some arm workouts today that will change things up a little bit. But I still want to get started with the calves. They're always tight. As with anybody, if you feel like it, you just give it a like, thumbs up, follow, subscribe, whatever works best for whatever platform you're on. I'll get started with my workout here pretty soon. I'm just stretching out my calves at this point. I'll do a forward bend here, and I think what I want to really want to get started with is something called Arnold Presses. So it's a new thing for me. I looked it up for different things I can do for my arms. I hadn't really been doing my arms, so I'm gonna do some arm exercises to get started. Then later on, I'm gonna work on my core a little bit. If you feel like doing any workouts and feel like follow along, that's fantastic. That's more or less what I'm doing this for. The other side of it is I'm getting a workout every day, which is something that I have not been doing for quite some time. So let's see. I stretch my legs out a little bit. I should stretch out my arms a little bit since I am going to be doing some arm and shoulder work here. So I'm just opening up the shoulder area here. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please feel free to post them in the chat. As far as my diet, I've improved my diet a bit. It's not perfect by any means right now, but before I wasn't really tracking a whole lot. Nowadays, I'm trying to keep to a 40-40-20 split. So 40% carbs, 40% protein, 20% fat. I'm not tracking that perfectly, but I'm definitely getting a lot closer to that than I was before. Also, I'm drinking more water than I was. I'm almost done here, opening up my shoulders a little bit, just a little stretch. And I'm gonna kick this off with seated Arnold presses. I think that's what they're called at least. So I'm gonna be using a really light weight. I've never done this type of workout before, but I saw it on a clip and I thought, hey, I'll give it a try. Let's see if I have any comments here. Okay, cool, thanks. Someone commented it's a good workout, and we'll give it a try. Okay, so these are Arnold presses. I'm gonna do 4 sets of 10 each. I got really light weights here, 3-pound weights. Never done these before, so I might be doing it wrong, and that's okay. Let's see. Oh, hold on. All right. So I've never done these before, but that's okay. I'll get started now. So here we go. So basically, you can start out in front with the dumbbells facing each other. Then come out to the sides, pop back up, press up. Forget if there's a rotation up here. So I won't add a rotation up here. There might be. Then I come back down here to the sides. In here, there's definitely rotation. So here we go. That was 1. This is 2. 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 8. This is 9. And 10. All right, I'm going to take a few seconds to catch my breath, loosen up my shoulders. Let's see here. Having some connectivity issue on this device. Let's see. I'll restart it. And hopefully by the time I'm done with my next set, I'll kick it back on. In any case, next set, get started out front. So rotate out, press up, bring it back down, rotate in, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm really feeling this. Right in here. I don't know if it's the incoming from my arms or the outgoing from my core here, but I'm feeling it possibly in both directions there. So I'll shake out a little bit while I check out this issue here. I got a little zebra that's holding one of my recording devices here. So yeah, while this thing comes back on, I'll do another set. All right. Oh boy. Okay. All right, so next set. I'm shaking my arms out enough. This is the third set. Again, I'll get started here. In the middle. Back out, rotate up. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. I'm hearing some popping, and 10. I'm hearing some popping in the shoulder area here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Let's see what we got here. I'm kicking this thing back on here. All right. That wasn't too bad. I got one more set of 10 for these Arnold presses. So I'll get started here. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. And that's 10. All right. First time I ever did those is just now. It felt good. I used really light weights. I'm glad I used the light weights because I'm really feeling it in my shoulders. It's not pain, it's It's definitely a new exercise for me. So I should stand up and shake it out a teeny bit. That's something else. All right, next one I'm gonna do is 3 sets of lateral side raises. Sitting down again. So we have lateral side raises. Running out of room here, but it should be okay. So I got my hands off to either side and just, I guess, palms up for this one. I'll just raise it up. I'm going to do 12 of these. So that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to count down for a change. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. I don't know if that's exactly how you're supposed to do this. Those are new to me too. It's a start. As time goes on, I'll develop more technique. But for now, using light weights will protect me from any injury, considering I'm probably doing these all wrong from the get-go. At the same time, I'm also creating a little muscle memory and a little tolerance to whatever it is the pushing and pulling of the muscles this is going to be doing. So this is going to be my second of 3 sets of lateral side raises. So I got my palms up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, my nose itches, 5, 6, and counting down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. That felt good. That felt good. That felt really good. I hadn't really done those. All right, got one more set. I'm going to loosen up here, get a sip of water, and get ready for my last set of that. Whew. All right, next. More of the same. Set of 12 of the lateral side raises. I'm going to count up to 6 and count down from 6. Arms wide open, palms facing up, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't count down. That happens sometimes. 11 and 12. I got distracted. There's some clicking going on in this shoulder over here. I'd injured the shoulder years ago, and every once in a while it acts up a little bit. It was just some clicking that threw me off, but no worse for the wear. All right, I'll shake that out a little bit, and next is going to be 3 sets of seated front raises. So it's going to be more or less the same. With the lateral side raises, I had my palms up. With the seated front raises, I'm going to have my palms down and bring my shoulders up. So I need to stretch out my shoulders a little bit since I've been doing some shoulder exercises here. I'm going to hold this for a quick 5 or 6 count here. I won't count it out this time. I've got to do a lot of counting for that over there. In the meantime, I'll see if there's any messages up here. All right. And while I'm stretching here, I'll mention again, feel free to give a like, a follow, a subscribe, anything that fits your platform. And we're going to go here for the first set of seated front raises. Again, for this, I'm using very light weights. I can't say I've ever done this. I might have done this exercise in the past, not that I can remember. And my form might be all wrong, my technique might be all wrong, so I'm using really little weights to compensate for that. As time goes on, I'll develop more form and fact on this. But for the time being, I'm gonna get my hands out with the dumbbells shoulder width apart, palms facing down, and I'm gonna just raise them straight up for 12, counting up 6. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to count back down from 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, for the time being, I'm only going to use these little weights. I want to build up some muscle, and then later on I'll try this with heavier weights. This is more than enough for me right now, for better or for worse. Let's see, I should roll my shoulders a little bit here in between the sets, just to loosen them up a little bit. They feel a little tight. Here we go. And now I'm ready for a second set of the seated front raises. I'm starting off with my palms facing down, dumbbells about shoulder width apart. I'm just going to raise them straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and counting down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's the second set of the seated front raises. I'm going to roll my shoulders a little bit, loosen them up for the third and final set of that particular exercise. Yeah, there's little hitches as I roll around the shoulder. I feel little snags here and there, nothing major. And the more I roll them, the cleaner it feels. So whatever little snags there were, whatever little hitches there were, they're loosening up, warming up. I'm ready for my third and last set of the seated front raises. Here we go. 12 more. 6 up and 6 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and counting down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that felt pretty good. I got one more set of shoulder presses. It'll be right here, right through the middle. I should get a drink of water. Take a little sip before I get started with my next and last set of shoulder exercises. For this next group of exercises, I'm going to do 4 sets of 10 each. Again, here while I'm loosening up my shoulders, if you feel it, give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it a follow, just to get things rolling. And my watch just hit 10,000 steps for the day, so that's kind of nice. All right, Last set of shoulder exercises with the shoulder press. Right here, just going to press it straight up. I'm going to start in a with the dumbbells kind of pointing out away from me. I'm going to press them straight up, but the dumbbells are going to kind of twist a bit and end up lining up in like a barbell above my head. So I'll do 10 of these for the first set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, I think I came back down too quickly on this. Truth be told, I went out slow enough, but when I came down, I kind of just dropped them down instead of guided them down with my muscles. Next set, I'll try to bring it down a little slower. In the meantime, I need to shake these out. I'm going to stand up and shake them out. I need to. Oh. That's a lot of shoulder work. I wasn't expecting it to be with such light weights, I wasn't expecting to feel it so much, but with I did the 4 different ones. So Arnold presses, the seated lateral side raises, the seated front raises, and now the shoulder presses out in front of me. Even with these light weights, being that I've really never done them before, it's done something here. All right, 3 more sets of this, 10 each. I'm going to count down from 10 this time, just to give it a small change. So again, I'll start with the dumbbells facing straight out, and I'll press up, finish up with the dumbbells facing each other, basically. So that's 1, 2. I'm going slower down this time, so I can use my muscles to control it on the way down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, that's a set 2 of 4 complete. I'll just take a few breaths in here and continue on. I'll get closer to the screens here to check to see if there's any chats. All right, looking good. And here we go. 3rd set, shoulder presses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's pretty good. That felt good. Take a few seconds to breathe. Take another sip of water. And my last set of shoulder exercise coming up. I'm really looking forward to this. All right. Here we go. Starting with my elbows underneath the dumbbells, so I can have nice control of what the shoulder muscle groups that are pushing it up. So this time I'll count up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Anticlimactic. That was pretty good. It felt good. I thought I'd struggle through that a little bit more, but but I'm glad I didn't. All right, I gotta move the chair out of the way. Continue on. I like to stretch, lengthen my muscles, whatever muscles I can lengthen, so that as I work out, it gives them a better chance gives me a better chance to use the muscle and to work it out and make it a little stronger. So at this point, I really want to do some cat-cows. They seem to work for me for whatever reason, so here we go. Here's cat, cow. I'll do this about 10 times. So we got cat, cow. 2, 3, 4. I think that's about 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's stretched out pretty good. All right, now my shoulders feel a little inflated. I feel like they're gonna get in the way when I do stuff. That's okay. All right. I want to stretch out my shoulders a little bit more. I think child's pose. I mean, I usually end with child's pose, but I'll do a quick 10-second child's pose here just to stretch out my shoulders a little bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That definitely stretched my shoulders out a little bit. Gonna do this stretch again, just for a quick 5 or 6 count. At the same time I'm stretching out my shoulder, I'm trying to stretch my forearm out too. Both of them are feeling it right now. Just a quick 3 more seconds here. Okay, that felt really great. And I'll work on this other side here. Same deal. I'm going to try to open up my shoulder and open up my my forearm a little bit. It's pretty refreshing. About 3 more seconds of this. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Good enough. So, I think I'm done with the shoulder exercises at this point. Yesterday I was working on some sit-ups. And in general, I want to focus a lot on my core. It's what I've had the most trouble with in the past, exercise-wise, or exercising. And I dabble with the idea of doing maxing out on the number of sit-ups I can do. I think I got to 20 or 25 yesterday, but I'm pretty sure I can do more. I stopped yesterday because I had eaten right before I started the hour, and my belly was just too full to do a whole bunch of sit-ups. Whatever I did, 20, 25. I'm gonna try to be 25. So at the very minimum, I'll probably stop at 30 here, but I'll take a quick sip of water and see if I can do more than 30. Let's see. All right. If you're following along, I mean, do the number of sit-ups is reasonable for you, and then you can move to something else like squats or catching your breath, child's pose, anything that you think would benefit you. And I am almost ready for my sit-ups. I think I have a burp in me, and there it goes. All right. Here we go. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing is the key here. 6, 7. You got to replenish your oxygen. 8. Otherwise, you'll get stuck at a lower number. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to breathe harder here. 15. Trying to get more oxygen in. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, 30 is a good number. Feeling a little burn in my lower core, upper legs. Ran out of breath there a little bit. My breathing, because since I'm calling out the numbers, my breathing's a little different than it would normally be. But that's good for the sit-ups for now. At least that type of sit-up. There's another type of sit-up I like to do where I sit up and I twist to one side, twist to the other. After I catch my breath, I'll get started on those. I've been calling them sit and twist. They probably have a real name. I'll just call them the sit and twist and keep going that way. I'd only been doing 6 each side before. I'll push it up to 8 each side for a total of 16, I guess. But first I gotta catch my breath here. It's gonna be another 10-20 seconds, probably easy. Maybe a little longer. But that felt good. I mean, I hadn't been pressing myself in these recordings. Now I want to press myself a little bit. Press the exercise a little bit. It's because I'm comfortable with what was going on. I'm pretty sure I wasn't going to injure myself. Couple more breaths. Then I'll get started on the 8 on each side. 8 sit and twists. I'm going to look up that name. I don't exactly like the sit and twist. It sounds too much like the sit and spin for little kids. It probably has a real name to it. In any case, I think I have my breath back together. And I'll scooch this off to the side a little bit, make it easier for me. And with this one, I tend to scooch in this direction with my butt as I do the exercise. So every once in a while, I'll have to scooch myself back this way. In any case, I should just get started here. All right, here we go. So 16 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My mats are falling apart. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. That's good. I'm surprised I got through that as easily as I did. I probably could have gone a little bit more there. If you're following along at home, just, you don't have to do that. I've heard over and over again that sit-ups are bad for your back. I've never had trouble with my back really. And maybe it's because I've been doing that sort of craziness a bit since I was pretty young, teenager really. Feels good though. Getting the twist. Feels good on my spine. Maybe not so much in here. Twist is a little bit tighter than it used to be in my front area, but in the back, oh, it feels great. It's like almost like getting a massage or something. It's a good spinal twist. Those feel better than the yoga poses. I think I've heard of some spinal twists with the yoga. I've done a few yoga classes at the gym, and I have to say that those sit and twists, sit-ups, they feel better to me. All right, here we go. I should stretch. All right. I was going to turn around or something, but I'll just do a forward fold with my feet in butterfly position, facing each other, feet pressing against each other. I can just either let my hands go or help my upper body press towards my feet here. And with every breath I take, I'll try to put my chest a little closer towards my feet. Earlier in the week, I think I was doing these better. I used my hands to measure. There it is. I was at a point where I could touch my heart with my feet through both my hands, and that's about where I'm at right now. Before I start to press in, so I'll shut up for a few moments and I'll press in. I'm gonna count. I'm gonna do a soft 8 count. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm quite a bit closer than I was even a week ago. Yeah, I'm notoriously bad at these forward fold exercises, so you'll probably be seeing me do a lot of these if you follow along with these videos. Let's see, I'll do more or less the same exercise with my legs open in a V shape. Here we go. I think you're supposed to do something with your sitting, either rotate in or rotate out. I think it's rotate in, rotate like my hips around. Yeah, that sounds about right. Feels about right. Again, I'm notoriously bad at these, so if you're doing this at home and you're doing it better than I am, you're part of the 99% of the people that can probably do this better than me. But that's why I want to do it. I want to improve some sore points in what I do with these routines. So I'll do another soft 8 count here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm going to do a little longer. Something was feeling really good underneath here. I'm getting a little stretch at the top of my calves, and I guess towards the bottom part of my hamstrings. I'm gonna add another soft 4 count here. This is feeling good. So 4, 3, 2, 1. You know, something I did right before I started with this one stretch was I rotated my hips just the tiniest bit forward. I think that's important because I wasn't getting much out of this a couple days ago, and I'm really getting a lot more out of it this time around. This is good stuff. All right, I'll be quiet about that now. Next up is I'm going to fold one of my legs in here into figure 4. Rotate my my core towards my outstretched foot, and try to breathe into it and lower into my chest, into my knee, let's say. This takes some focus. This particular, this one and the other side, I have a really hard time focusing on this, so I might take an extra couple of seconds just to get myself mentally ready to do this. This is really rough for me. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that'll be looking at this a little strange, but I gotta do this. Part of getting stronger is to getting past things that you can't do, and then get them done. So I'm going to do a soft 8 count here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, felt good. I have a dog that's thinking about coming and join me. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Okay, she gave it a thought. She's retreating back to her kennel. All right, other side. Again, I gotta adjust things here. So I gotta see if I can get my core to face the foot here. Lift up my rear end here to help that process along. You gotta visualize. I'm trying to visualize a successful bend here. Visualization is pretty key in this sort of thing at times. And at this point, I would get started with that soft 8 count. I think I have it pretty much well visualized. Let's see if I can do it now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I can touch with both fingers. I kind of wanted more. I want to be able to hold both fingers. Oh, there they are. With my toe. So I was able to do that for a few seconds there. I want to be able to do that more permanently. Like I could just tap and hold and just be there for a bit longer. I'm not there yet. Eventually I will be, I hope. Alright. I'm going to retreat from that one. I have been putting one leg behind me, but a few days back I tweaked this knee a little bit. It could have been whatever tweaked it, might have been one of like 4 or 5 different things I was doing. So I stopped all of that. I stopped putting my knee back. I stopped doing the burpees for the most part. Jumping jacks, I was doing a bunch of those. I stopped doing that. My knee almost feels 100% now. And like I said, it was a little tweak. And something I think that helped the recovery along is I heard of this, saw some video of this patellar massages, and I'll do that right now. So the idea is that you bring up your legs straight forward. They can be straight forward. I have them in a slight V here. It's comfortable for me here. So you take your thumb and one of your fingers and you gently rotate your kneecap. So in this position, your kneecap's not really being used. You're not bending your knee, and the kneecap's kind of floating above your knee. And really gently grab a hold of your kneecap, loosely, I should say. I shouldn't say grab a hold. I should say loosely move your kneecap around. You shouldn't feel any pain. If you feel any pain, don't do it. See a doctor possibly. So what I'm doing here is I'm grabbing hold of the kneecap and just rotating it. At the same time, I'm feeling around the knee to see if there's anything that needs a quick massage, quick finger massage. That'll help it. That's something I did yesterday. I didn't verbalize it. I should have verbalized it. Like I found a little spot in the lower left-hand side of the kneecap that felt like it needed a little massage, and I gave it a little, just a little finger massage like this, boom, 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 like that. And I should have verbalized it because I was a little worried that it was going to be worse today, and that massage did it no good, and I was just going to be blowing hot air out my mouth. But coming back on it, looking back on it yesterday to how I'm feeling today, and I really haven't had any knee issue at all today, and I felt really close to 100%. That little bit of pressure from my finger where I thought I needed massage right underneath, it was just at the intersection of the kneecap and underneath the kneecap. That might have been all I needed to get my knee out of that, what I keep calling a tweak. Because right now it's feeling great. I don't feel anything wrong down there. Again, if you're feeling experiencing any pain in your knees, go see a doctor. You don't need to listen to someone like me. But I am shocked that I think that little bit of rub right there might have helped me out get past the little tweak I had. All right, moving forward. I want to take a nap, in all honesty, but I got about 12 minutes left, maybe 10 minutes. I probably started a minute early here, so there's more stuff I can do for sure. Oh, I love this core exercise. This is a bit of a core exercise. Yesterday, I'm trying to remember if I held it for a 6 count or an 8 count, but today I'll up it to 12 count. Basically, I get one of my feet up front, opposite hand out to the opposite side, and my back foot kicks out straight back, and my free hand pretends to catch a pitch it's coming from that direction, and I just kind of hold that pose. With my open hand, I'm fluid, and with my support triangle, I try to hold steady. So the fluid hand acts like a little dog tail, and the rest of my body tries to stabilize the dog tail. I've called it the crazy catcher's position because no catcher would actually catch like that. But yeah, I'll give it a go here. So 1 foot up, opposite hand pretty much in line with it, straight across from it. Back foot has to kick back. My watch is a little tight. I should loosen it up before these exercises. So, all right, so I'm kicking back my back foot. The knee is not going over my front toe. People always talk about that. Your knee not going over your front toe. My balance isn't quite right. I'll rebalance here before I start into the count. Now my back leg's already feeling it, so I'm going to start my count from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, got the catching thing going, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, that felt good. A lot of stretching. There's definitely some balance involved in that. Ooh, I gotta stretch. Something in my core needs stretching right now, so I'm doing like a cow. It's feeling right. Alright. Truth be told, I haven't done this much exercise regularly in like forever. So some things are getting a little tighter than I need to. And so occasionally I have to stop and do a quick stretch because, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, opposite foot, opposite hand, leg kicks back, more or less straight, knees more or less straight. Crazy catcher hands up. It's loose, so you can catch the ball all over the strike zone. Maybe not above the strike zone. Back leg's already feeling it, so I'll start the count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Ease out of it, especially if you think you need to. I definitely do. Oh, that hurt. It didn't hurt. It was a little bit more than I was expecting it to be. But all right, I'm gonna walk it off a little bit here. Let me see if there's anything I want to respond to. We're looking good here. All right. If you're following along, you might want to grab some water. I sure need it. Again, if you're feeling inclined, give a like, give a thumbs up, subscribe, follow, whatever works best for you. Oh man, I gotta stretch a little bit more. Something that acts like a stretch and a core exercise all at once is these Superman banana things. I like them because it feels like a good stretch for my core. Stretches my arms out, stretches my legs out a little bit, and I'll give it a go. I'm gonna see how many of these I can do. I'll try to do 12. I'm not going to count them out as this is halfway between a stretch and a core exercise. And if I do 12, that's great. If I do a little bit more, a little less, that'll work as well. 10, 14, either of those work well. I'll be quiet now and get started. So here goes Superman. Roll over to banana. For banana, you want to keep your legs more or less together. Bend your arms and your core up in a banana sort of fashion. up towards the ceiling. And the Superman. Superman, you want to do more or less the same. Bring your legs together, up, your feet up off the mat a little bit, your arms up off the mat a little bit. And with the next banana, I alternate to the other side. Basically, you want to hold your stretch for a little bit of time. I probably went over the time I need to hold this one, so I'll go back to the Superman. I think this is my third Superman. I'm targeting 12 Superman, so I'll count up to 6, count down from 6. I'm only going to count the Supermans. The bananas are just for show, I guess. 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to count down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. It makes it easier that way. Not even sure how the count of the bananas would have gone there. I'll leave that alone. Got a couple minutes left. I do want to catch my breath a little bit more as I'm ending this. And it's always good to wind down in a workout. So I'll just get into a child's pose. I'm going to catch my breath a little bit sitting up. Take a quick sip of water, then finish it off with a child's pose for a quick 10 count. I also like to finish with a forward fold, so I'll do that and we'll be done. As always, if you're feeling up to it, give a like, give a thumbs up, and subscribe and follow, whatever works for you. Getting into child's pose here, and following that up with a standing forward fold. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and done with that. Felt good. And I close things up with a forward fold. Just a quick 6 count should be good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thanks so much for joining. See you tomorrow.